Yet another bizarre twist of things and events unfolding in South Africa. A strange thing happened over the weekend. The news broadcast in Afrikaans apparently just disappeared. Poof, gone into thin air. That's a strange thing, given that South Africa's third most spoken language is Afrikaans. 17.2 million speakers of the language, over 12 million first language speakers of Afrikaans. And it's a big revenue generator for SABC, a business that's not really a going venture, a state-owned enterprise, a mouthpiece for the state propagandists. SABC gets its money from advertising and TV licenses. Well, the Afrikaans community that watch television pay their licenses. Over 300,000 regular viewers of the SABC2 news program in Afrikaans, yet it disappeared over the weekend without any fanfare, without any announcement, without any indication whatsoever. We're all left wondering why. What happened to Afrikaans on SABC2 over the weekend? Is it gone forever? Is it a one-off? We don't know. No comment from SABC. The Independent Line carried this story today, and it raises a lot of questions. The Democratic Alliance and AfriForum apparently have demanded answers from SABC. What is happening? What happened to the news program? People rely on that program. Now, 1/3 of SABC's audience is actually Afrikaans speaking, so it would seem quite odd to alienate that portion of your audience. 1/3 of your audience, just piss them off and make them go away. To what end? To what end? Is this part of the ANC's consistent press to exterminate Afrikaans culture and language? It's what they've done. They've stolen Afrikaans from Stellenbosch University, where it was supposed to be taught into perpetuity, the language medium instruction. They have used the Bella Bill to destroy Afrikaans language schools. They claim they're not, but that's what the intent is here, to force all South Africans to learn in English, even though only 6% of South Africans speak English as a first language. So they favor English, in which only a small portion of the population speaks, to drop the third largest language in South Africa. Again, what's it all about? The Afrikaans audience, over 300,000 for that news program consistently. It's more than MSNBC gets here in the States, and that's a nationwide cable network with 330 million potential viewers, and they get less than 200,000 views on many nights, and SABC2 News gets over 300,000 for a country of 63 million. That's impressive. That also brings in a lot of revenue. The Afrikaans programming on SABC brings in 1/3 of the revenue. For a company that's basically insolvent, that is not a going venture, that relies on assistance from the state, why in the world would you piss off that audience? Why would you chase them away? Now, the timing is quite odd given the events that have unfolded recently with President Trump's executive order on the 7th of February, with AfriForum, Solidarity, the Democratic Alliance, and a South African delegation all coming to America to lobby the U.S. to not sanction South Africa, to, basically some of them trying to get the refugee program turned off. Why in the world would you take another step to further alienate those who speak Afrikaans in South Africa, given that that's part of the target audience that President Trump offered refugee status to? Well, you'd think you'd want them to stay. Eliminating the news program is counterfactual to the reality that you're trying to accomplish. It's contradictory. Why in the world would you do that? Is it a one-off? Are AfriForum and Solidarity and the Democratic Alliance overreacting? Perhaps. We don't know. SABC is silent on this issue. Were it not for the Independent Line report on this, we wouldn't even know about it today. Strange indeed. 300,000 plus people. Third largest language in South Africa, behind Zulu at 27 million, also with 19 million, and then Afrikaans at 17.2 million speakers. But here it is, Afrikaans removed. A mistake, or is this the plan going forward? Whatever the case is, it seems certainly clear that the state-owned enterprises are not run efficiently or effectively, SABC being yet another one. And given that it's a mouthpiece of favorable coverage for the ruling party, perhaps it's time to stop state sponsorship of broadcasters. Perhaps it's time to end that nonsense. What say you, South Africa? And as far as why the Afrikaans disappeared over the weekend, SABC, what say you? Could you please tell folks why you got rid of Afrikaans? The world wants to know. Certainly South Africans do. Cheers, everyone.